Today discussion is about printing the tables. So first of all, what is a table? Right, printing the data in two-dimensional format. So what type of information is a record type information we are printing? In two-dimensional data, we are printing record type information. Right here, first HTML. How can we print this information and all? So what we are using, everything. First, we are writing in a body all the tables we are printing. Then we apply CSS anyway. Here, what we will use. The first thing is, whenever you are printing the table, suppose this is the table, consider table is a two-dimensional format means what? Is comes under rows and columns. Rows and columns. And this is the table name. This is suppose account table. The way we are printing, like account number, account holder name, is a balance in account, and the records we are writing is a records, some balance, and in the same way, account number as account holder name, and the balance I'm writing like this. First one is, it is called a table caption. This is a caption. The complete thing we are representing with the tables. And this is representing with the table heading. Table heading. And all these are rows representing by TR. TR like this. And each column is a TD, is nothing but table data. Table data. TD and is a TD like this. So first of all, what are the tags we are using? So we need to understand those tags first. So based on that, we can easily write the program. First, we start with writing simple one. Suppose only just 2 rows and 2 columns. 2 rows and 2 columns. This is the one we need to write without any headings, captions and all. Captions and all. Just we are writing. Just we are writing here. First, table. We specify like this, table. Total, how many rows are there? 2 rows. Like this, we need to specify. It's a first row. And then it's a second row. First, you decide that how many rows are there. I'm just executing that code to show the output as well. To show the output as well. Here it is initially is not there anything. In that table row, columns means TD is a table body. Table column we are representing. TD. This is what one I want to print. Next in the same row, one more column. 2 we are writing. 2. See, 1 and 2 giving. Next one is a next row. In the next row, again TD, free. And again here it is TD, is a 4. Is a 4. This is the one. But see, whenever we are printing this, whenever we are printing this one, how it is given? Just without any borders, it is given. Without any borders, it is given. Then how can we give? First, initially, I'm showing that for the table, we can specify the border equal to, suppose 1, I am giving 1. See here, it is giving that complete border. Okay. Ten. It is giving like this. This is what directly you can specify the border attribute in the table itself. In the table itself. This is the one. Okay. Next, sir, how can we implement with the CSS also? I'll explain. Right now, what I explained that I'm going to give. So what is that? Again. Now I'm going to explain that headings, captions, everything. First, I'm starting with headings. Total 3 rows I'm taking. Is the first row. It is for headings. 3 headings I will write. It's a first heading. It's a second heading. And it is a third heading. Same next second row will start. Here not heading, data is the first column, is the second column, and is the third column. After that, one more row. So one more row is the same. No? We are writing that one. First headings I am writing. Account number, account holder name, gap no need to give. And next one is a balance in account. Balance in account. Only that first one display like this. With a bold heading, automatically it will be bold. Number, name, balance. Is a 1 not 1. Is a name. And is a balance. This one also is a 1 not 2. Is a name. And is a balance. Is a 1. And just with the help of border. With the help of border. Same only we are adding like this. Border equals to 1. If I give 5 means what? Just that border will be like this. Border we can increase. First of all, simple table, how can we create that skeleton we need to learn. So directly, whenever you are writing the code, please don't start writing the code in this way. Okay, table I am starting. So table. Next row I am going to start. So row I am starting. So inside that row, I want to print one heading. So don't write like this. First of all, you have to decide when you write the table tag, of course, it will give automatically this one. Next, you have to decide how many rows are there in that table. How many rows are there? Those you need to write first. Row. Row completed. Next, row starts. Row completed. Next, row start. Row completed like this. So then think about the first row only, add those columns. Headings are columns. Next, write the code for second row. Write the code for third row. Then it will become very easy for you. Simple one. Okay, now, I'm just writing. CSS, suppose if you want to add, it's the same story. Here it is. I'm introducing what? Head. Head I'm introducing. As a one. Same, everything you need to place where? In a style. In a style. Any number of things you can apply, but only few basic things I'm explaining here. First one, nothing but it is applicable for the whole table. Table. How much width you want? How much width? Okay. If it is taking 100% width, 100%. Look at this. 100% width it is using because border is not there. No? Border is not there. That's why it is showing like this. That's why it is showing like this. Okay. Now, in this one, only the table here, TH for table headings and table data. Table data. So by default, see, look at this. Here it is the headings assigned to aligned to that center and the data is aligned to left side. No, only completed text I want to align to left side because combinedly I'm writing. No, sir, headings I don't want to disturb, only table data means what? You can write only the table data. See, now it is seems to be good. Is a one. Okay. Now for table headings and table border, border, we are giving like this 1 pixel. Anything we need to specify. Solid blue color, suppose we are writing. Solid blue. It will be like this. But see how it is giving. Whenever we specify the border, it will give the border for each heading and each table heading and table data. Table heading and table data it is giving. So suppose if I'm giving the same border here. I'm not giving here. See, it will be like this. It will be like this. So previous one is also creating problem. This one also we are creating the problem. So what is our requirement? What is our requirement? Border for everything here. So here, but in between we required. See, this is the one we need to add. Border collapse is there. Border collapse, same collapse. If you write like this, then exactly how we are expecting it is coming. Border collapse. First one, for each cell, you need to write that border. Nothing but for table heading and table data, we need to add the border. So then what? Extra borders, it will collapse. This is the way we need to write. And next one more thing I'll explain here. Suppose whenever you are writing the table, some gap if you want to give inside that is actually called concept of padding. Any pixels, for example, 10 pixel if you give, if you observe this, hope you recognize the difference between the previous one and this one, right? Inside the cell, it will give some gap. So that is called what? Border. I mean, some padding we can say. We can say padding. That is the one. Okay. Now. And now, so one more thing. This is the one. Okay. Next one, multiple things we can set, all the things and all that we can write. Is a one. Is a text align and all. For only nth child you can create, right? And everything. Some of the things are there. For example, look at this. For each row, table row, table row. Look at this. Nth child option is there now. Nth child option. Here, only for even, I'm just giving that background color. Background color. I'm giving this background color. Now observe this. Only for even child's background color will change. Even child's background color will change. Is a one. Okay. Now see here, it is not accepting anything. But for example, particularly, instead of writing this tr, hover. Hover means what? Whenever you place the cursor, I'm changing. It's not working. It's not there. Not for tr. Sorry. Tr colon hover. Suppose like this. Like this. Okay. These are the few. Remaining that so we can't by heart. These are the normal things normally we apply. Okay. Remaining only code I'll explain. That about the table and all. We try later. It's not required. Not required. Now, this is the one. Whenever we are giving the table, I want to give the table in which format. Let me explain first. In this one, suppose this is the table. On the first line is the second one, is the first one, is the second one. This is the one. But mostly we are going with the login. Only username and password will be there, and login button will be centered like this. So in this case, how can we write? First, for example, 3 rows and 3 columns are there. 3 rows and 3 columns. So as usual, here it is the first row, sorry, second row, 2 columns, no? Third row. First we decide that how many rows are there. In this one, 3 rows are there. First write only first row. Only write a first row. Is a 1. So here it is, we are writing in the first row, 2 columns I am writing. 2 columns. TD is a 1. TD is a 2. Just directly here I am giving that border. Now here it is. It will show like this. It will show like this. 1, 2. In the same way, for the second one also we are giving is a TD 3 and is a TD is a 4. Is a 4 like this. In the next one, in the third row, I want to give only 1 is a 5. Then it will adjust to this side. It will adjust to this side. No, I want to make it center. So this TD, table data, you have to merge 2 columns. Call span. 2 you have to merge. Look at this. Actually, this border is showing like this now. As soon as you merge, when you save, look at this. That border is showing for 2. Now, this text you need to align to the center. Align to the center. This one, directly here, align, center you can write. Look at center spelling, spellings also. Center, center. Like this. See, is a 1. Okay. This is the way. Now, for example, I want to create this one. Multiple, just to understand only. Suppose in this one, this is the line. This is the line. This is the line. Here it is a total 3 columns I want to create. 3 columns. It's like 1, 2, 3. Is a 1, 2, 3. Next one, here it is. I want to create that column span here. Is a 4, 5. Is a 4, 5. And next one, I want to create a column span here. 6, 7. And here it is a column span for entire thing 8. Just to learn, that's it. First, we need to decide how many rows are there. Total 4 rows are there. Total 4 rows are there. First, we need to decide that how many rows are present. First, we prepare that one. First, we prepare. Total 4 rows are there. In the first row, 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. So I'm directly writing that TD 1, TD is a 2, TD is a 3. TD is a 3. So that will be created. That will be created. It's a 1. Next, in the second row, only 2 are there. See, only 2. 4 and 5 only. So first you need to write first that 4 and 5 first. 4 and 5. First you do this. After doing this, only that 4 you need to do. Call span. How many? 2. How many? 2. Look at this. This one. And is the same story. Align, center. That 4 is a center. So next one is also TD 6, 7. 5, 6 and 7. Now is the second one, not a first one. So second one is a call span 2. And is also text align center. Now this one, this side added. Last one is only 1. Last one is only 1, 8. But how many you should merge? 3. Align 3 we should merge. And the same story, align to center. Align to center. This is the one. Only these things we need to understand. Call span means what? Merging the columns. Merging the columns. And one more thing I'll explain. Row span we need to understand. Suppose in a simple way. First same simple one I'm explaining. In this one, I want to write like this. Row span is the first column, is the second column. Here I'm giving 1. Here it is a 2. Here it is a 3. Here it is a 4. This is a row. First data. Look at this. You need to understand one important point is this is first row. In first row, 2 columns are there. 2 columns, but this column is a row span. How many rows? 3 rows. 3 rows it is merging. In the second row, only 1 column. In the third row, only 1 column is there because left side columns are not there. Left side columns are merged. So first you need to understand in the first row, 2 columns, but in the second row, 1 column. In the third row, 1 column. Total 3 rows are there. 3 rows are there. In this one, in the first row, 2 columns are there. In the first row, 2 columns are there, TD and TD. In the second row, only 1 column and the 1 column is there. First 2 columns, 1, 2. This is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3 and this is 4, suppose. If you check this, it will be like this. It will be like this, but 1, it has to merge 3 columns. See, this is the 1, that column. Now don't use a call span, row span. Row span. How many? Sir, 3. Look at this. This is the way. This is the way we need to specify row span and column span. Easily we can specify. Okay. So based on this one, we need to complete. And one more simple thing is what? We can create the nested tables also. Nested tables. Look at this. This is the table with the 2 rows and 2 columns. See, with the 2 rows and 2 columns is a 1. Is a 1. See here with the 2 rows and 2 columns. Same. Second row also 2 rows and 2 columns. This is the first row, is the second row. First row 2 columns, second row 2 columns. It is ready. But in the first column itself, look at this. This is the first column, second column, third column, fourth column. In the first column itself, I need to write one table. I need to write one table. The table is inside this 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again table. Na? This is the important point. Here, again you need to create the table with a border. Suppose is a 1 again. Table. In that table also, how many rows? 2 rows. 2 rows. In that table also, how many columns? 2 columns, like 1, 2. In the third row, 3, 4. If you see this, it will be like this. Remaining is giving like this. Those I'm doing. Same. In the next one also, table copy paste. 5, 6, 7, 8. See, side by side come. Next again. In the next row also, table. Table. 10, 20, 30, 40. Here also table. 50, 60, 70, and 80. See, the 4 subtables are coming everywhere. See, this is that first column is a table. Is the first column. See, TD start, TD end. Is a second TD start, second TD end. So it's a first column and it's a second column. And both will comes under a single row. First row completed, then second row starts. Second row here to here. Again, 2 columns are there, TD and TD. In the tables are there. Okay, this is the way we are creating the tables. Okay, in the tomorrow class, input forms I'll explain, login form, registration form, and all different forms how to explain. And next one is a lists we are discussing. Okay, you can leave.